So I just wanted to do a follow-up on all my Gunner main videos, kind of a final thoughts for now. I don't think I'll do any more videos on maining Gunner for a little while, at least not till we get some new content. So anyways, I have changed things up a bit, and I have changed how I use some of the skills a bit, and I think it's more efficient. So I no longer use Fighter as the subclass, I'm using Force as the subclass, and that's mostly to get access to the Lightning AoE. This is what my setup currently looks like for the subclass. I have Zone Day, because I do intend on using the Lightning AoE. This is a good one. PP conversion. Use that skill when you want to be able to put in a lot of damage and not have to worry about losing your PP. PP recovery is just a natural recovery. Eradication is also useful. Gives you PP when enemies are defeated or downed. So I think it's pretty straightforward skill distribution there. And I'll show you how it works. When you use Gazonde, that's the number 9 skill, number 9 and 8, combined with the Talus to build your chain stack as fast as possible. It looks like this. So you can see why I wanted to switch to using that instead of having a fighter. Also, I wanted to cover one other thing. In a previous video, I'd mentioned that this particular skill right here could be useful when enemies do large AoEs. I actually have to disagree with that now. I thought it was, and then I realized that the number of frames that you can get hit on while doing this is a lot more than I thought. I just got kind of lucky in some tests that I'd done and didn't get hit, but then when I continued to try it out in various urgent quests, I would get hit while doing it. So it's a real roll of the dice whether or not it's going to work. So I would suggest not using it and instead just know the boss fight, know when he's going to do a big AoE and avoid it. As far as the weapon I'm using, it's better than the one I previously had, just because it has the Fixa attack. You can see what augments I have on there. I think it's pretty much done. Yeah, it looks pretty much done. You can see what augments I'm running on my armor. My armor's not done. I want to get them all up to the Pettis Soul 2 instead of just Pettis Soul 1. So I'm still kind of working on that. Of course, I could get the guard up and the stamina up. But for the most part, my gunner main is done. And just kind of final thoughts on it again are, keep putting shots in with it all the time. Always build up your stacks. Keep that Talus going. And now, certainly keep your electricity AoE going. Make sure that neither the Talus nor the electricity AoE is cast before you do your charge shot. If it is, it will close your chain out almost immediately. So you want to do the charge shot, throw the Talus, throw the AoE, and then hit with the machine gun again, and they will start helping you to build those combo stacks, those hit stacks. Unfortunately, I don't know if the build I'm running is like the meta optimal build. The problem that I'm having, and I think a lot of people in the community are having, is that there's just not a lot of difficult PvE content in the game right now. The urgent quests aren't really that difficult. The gigantics aren't really that difficult. As long as you have decently geared players, you will be able to win those encounters. The thing about really difficult content is it starts to weed out what does and does not work. Right now, as long as you're level 20 and your gear is leveled up, you'll be fine. You just have plus 40 weapons, plus 40 armor, you're fine. You may not have the best augments, but it'll still work. You may not have the best skill distribution, you may not be very good at doing your combos, you'll still win. When hopefully more difficult content comes out, then we can kind of get an idea of, you know, how you really need to build your characters in order to win. So for the time being, I'm going to keep my gunner main in storage. I'll pull them out from time to time, but I'm probably going to start working on just some fun builds. I'm thinking about a tank build that I want to do with the hunter class. I'll probably start working on that. I'll still work on getting a few better augments to put on my gunner main, but for the most part, I'm done with it for now until we get some more difficult content to test against. Anyways, that's just kind of an update video on where I'm at with this build. Have a good one.